There, that's better. Cheers. There's a bloody camera. There we go. Yeah, I noticed a lot of the readers is commenting that they like the local comments from Mazatlan, and I thought I'd tell you a story. When I first started coming down here on my motorcycle, 8 years ago, I'd ride out of Canada in the fall, come down to Mazatlan, spend the winter, and then go back in the spring, back to New Brunswick. I did that for 2 winters, and I lived at the Hotel Lerma, which is a great old hotel. It's gone now. They sold the building, and it's become a university residence. And nearby the Hotel Lerma is a bar called the Polluelos, and in the evenings I'd go into the Polluelos, and that means the little yellow chicks. Cheep, cheep, cheep. And it was a Mexican-style sports bar. I got to know a lot of people in there. People were really gracious, really nice people. Got to play some pool, hang out with people. And that's how I met Lupita. She was a waitress in there. And I really didn't know her all that well. I just, I couldn't speak any Spanish, so I just kind of got to see that she was a very nice person. Everybody liked her. She treated everybody well when she was working. There was always a laugh at the table when Lupita was there. And I really grew to like her. So when I finally moved to Mazatlan by myself, I thought I'd ask her out. And I did, and the first date was tough because I'd planned to go to a restaurant where I knew they had Wi-Fi and I could use the translator. Well, as luck would have it, Wi-Fi was down. So I had to actually speak to her. And maybe that's the best thing that ever happened, because it sure taught me pretty fast that I needed to learn to speak some Spanish. But the date must have been good, because we had subsequent dates. And it's one of them I want to tell you about. Friends of ours that live here, they're some of the first people I met in Mazatlan. They're from Pennsylvania originally. And it was her birthday. And she and her husband invited us to a really nice restaurant that you should check out if you're ever in Mazatlan, El Presidio. It's a pretty classy place. And even though it was her birthday, she offered to pay the tab if we'd just come along and help her celebrate. Couldn't turn that deal down. So we went, and Lupita got all dolled up, and I put on a nice Tommy Bahama shirt, tried to look the part at the restaurant. It's got a beautiful bar. It's got to be 45 feet long, all dark wood. Looks like something you'd see in Chicago. And the courtyard is open air, and it's got a massive tree in the center of it. It's got to be 50 feet high. And in the nighttime, it's all lit up with sparkling little lights. It's really a beautiful atmosphere. And I still remember the meal I had. I had sirloin tips. Oh my God, they were well done. It was beautiful. And for Lupita, it was like going to another world. She'd never been in a restaurant like that in her life. So she really enjoyed it. And we tried to talk to her and struggled through the evening and had fun and a lot of laughs. And when it came time to go, our friends headed south and they walked towards their place, and we headed west and walked towards ours. And we were only a few hundred feet from the restaurant when I see a van, and I know it's not our friend's van, but it's got Pennsylvania plates. And I said, "Oh, look at that, just like our friends, a van from Pennsylvania. Mira, Lupita, look, look, look." And she goes to look, and I'm going to show you something here. She does one of these on the curb where you step off and you don't expect it. And in trying to catch herself, she starts steaming ahead, head down, feet going, looked like the Roadrunner from Bugs Bunny. They were spinning so fast. And she might have caught herself, but we'll never know, because she went head first into the back of that van, did a couple barrel rolls in midair, and then ended up flat on her back in the middle of the street. Oh my God, if there had been a car coming, she would have been run over for sure. I thought she knocked herself out. There was a young guy walking the opposite direction to us on the other side of the street. He saw it. His face was white. He looked at me and he says, "God, I can't believe that happened." And it was pretty violent. And she had these fancy little sandals on, flip-flops, leather ones with jewels on them and whatever. He had one in his hand. It flew all the way across the street. So he picked that up and he rescued another one from the middle of the street and geez, I didn't even know how to ask her, are you all right? And so he comes over, he talks to her. We kind of determine she's okay. And we sit on the curb, and she collects herself. And, oh God, when I realized she was all right, I was so relieved, I started laughing. And then she got mad. Then I really knew she was all right. So anyway, another good date was done, and we're still together 8 years later. So thanks for coming to Happy Hour with me, listening to my story. I hope you like it. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.